Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving into a totally practical, absolutely zero fluff guide designed specifically to help you build a steady income stream while you're still studying. Seriously, if you are tired of constantly calling home for pocket money or just watching your allowance completely vanish by mid-month, this is for you. We're talking about a real, actionable strategy to gain some financial confidence, and we're going to do it without abandoning your lectures, skipping your assignments, or compromising those all-important exams.
Right, let's talk about a problem I know you've probably dealt with. If your account balance is constantly playing hide and seek, the cost of student life is probably draining your pocket before the week even begins. We have all been there, stressing over every single urgent 2K request like it's a national emergency, or finding yourself surviving entirely on instant noodles by Thursday evening. It's a frustrating cycle, isn't it? But here's the truth. You aren't lazy. You just haven't been handed the right blueprint yet.
Listen, you absolutely do not lack motivation. You're already putting in the grueling hours studying, attending classes, and navigating campus life. What you actually need is a practical strategy to turn your everyday skills, your existing campus connections, and that smartphone currently resting in your hand into honest, steady income. This is not about chasing overnight riches, and it is definitely not about listening to that fake motivational noise screaming at you to drop out and start a crypto empire. No, this is about starting small, learning fast, and earning smart.
So, we are going to cut right through the noise with a definitive 5-step playbook. We'll cover the broke student reality, picking just one skill, treating your campus as a marketplace, selling like a professional, and finally, earning beyond your campus.
All right, let's kick things off with step 1, the broke student reality, and escaping that urgent 2K trap. So the crucial takeaway here is this. Society loves to tell you that you have to wait until graduation to actually hold value in the marketplace, that you literally need a piece of paper before anyone will ever hand you a paycheck. Well, that's a myth. Being a student today is undeniably expensive, right? You've got transport, food, massive data subscriptions, endless handouts, pricey textbooks, and hostel fees completely draining your budget. But here's the excellent news. You do not have to wait until graduation to start making money. You already possess the essential resources to flip this script. You've got a phone, you have internet access, and most importantly, you have a massive captive campus network. With just one valuable skill, you can start earning today while entirely protecting your braids.
Moving right along to step 2, pick just one skill. Seriously, you have to stop chasing every hustle out there.
Look, the absolute fastest way to remain completely broke is falling right into the jack-of-all-trades trap. It's incredibly tempting to chase whatever trend happens to be going viral today. Today you're watching crypto trading videos, tomorrow you're suddenly a dropshipping guru, and by next week you're trying to launch a comedy skit page just because you saw someone else do it. By the end of the month, you're just the CEO of 5 failed WhatsApp businesses with 0 actual skills, 0 customers, and 0 income. The much smarter strategy is to choose just one skill that people are already paying for. Put your head down, learn the basics, create some really solid samples, and start selling small.
You know, a great student skill has to hit 3 non-negotiable criteria. It needs to be low cost to start, highly flexible around your unpredictable lecture schedule, and practically useful to people either on campus or online. And you don't need to be a world-class expert with 10 years of experience either. Think about it. You could write engaging articles or format CVs for graduating seniors. You could design beautiful church posters or business cards using Canva. You might be the go-to person who edits short, punchy TikToks or YouTube shorts for local creators. Or maybe you can simply tutor juniors in jammed or wax subjects you've already aced. You just need to be good enough to solve a small problem for someone who is willing to pay.
Which perfectly sets up step 3, your campus is a marketplace. Let's talk about finding those immediate customers.
I really want you to completely change how you view your surroundings starting right now. Your first customers aren't sitting in some fancy high-rise office in London or New York. They are right in front of you. They are sitting next to you in your 8 a.m. lecture, they live in your hostel block, they pray at your church or fellowship, and they are scrolling through your department's WhatsApp group. That buzzing, localized economy right there, that is exactly where your money is hiding. You are surrounded by thousands of people dealing with minor inconveniences who possess a real willingness to pay for convenience.
Just ask yourself for a second, what everyday problems are students stressing over right this minute? Someone in your hostel desperately needs their final year project typed, formatted, and printed, but they are totally overwhelmed. A classmate is panicking over an impromptu presentation tomorrow morning and urgently needs clean PowerPoint slides created. People always need affordable data at midnight or snacks while they study late. Maybe they desperately need laundry pickup, room cleaning, or hairstyling before a weekend event. If you step in as the reliable solution to these everyday panics, you get paid. It's that simple.
Now this is absolutely vital. Do not wait for a perfect shop, a high-end MacBook, or some massive bank loan. You need to start right now with exactly what you have in your hands. Because on campus, reputation is absolutely everything. If you deliver your work neatly, if you actually respond to messages quickly instead of ghosting people, and if you treat your fellow students respectfully, they are naturally going to recommend you to others. Word of mouth on a university campus spreads faster than wildfire. A good reputation is literally your best marketing strategy.
Okay, let's jump into step 4. Sell like a pro. This is all about transforming your smartphone.
Right now, your smartphone is at a crossroads. It can either be a distraction machine or a money-making machine. The only real difference between the two is discipline. If your screen time says you spent 6 hours today laughing at memes, watching endless gossip videos, and arguing with random strangers on Twitter, your phone is actively costing you money. You have to flip the script. You have to use that exact same device to learn a skill, promote your services, communicate professionally with customers, and actually track your incoming payments.
And the beautiful thing here is that you don't need expensive software subscriptions to start producing real value today. You can rely on entirely free or highly affordable tools. Use Canva for stunning design work, CapCut for editing crisp videos, and Google Docs for your writing services. Switch your regular WhatsApp over to WhatsApp Business so you can organize your chats and set up automated replies. Use a simple spreadsheet app to track every single naira that comes in and goes out. Your immediate homework, like tonight, is to create 3 sample works. Maybe it's 1 flyer, 1 caption, or 1 edited video. Post them on your WhatsApp status and social media. Let people know you are officially open for business.
Now, simply saying, "Please patronize me, your boy's hungry," is not an actual business strategy. Emotional begging just doesn't work. Clear offers do. When you transition from hoping for a handout to actually selling a service, your message has to include 4 essential elements. You've got to clearly state the problem you solve to show you understand their pain point. You need to identify exactly who you are helping so they feel seen. You must specify your delivery speed, setting a very clear timeline. And finally, you must establish your reliability to prove you are trustworthy. Let's look at exactly how to put that into practice.
Here is your cheat sheet. This is a perfect, simple sales message template that hits all 4 of those crucial elements beautifully. You could say something like, "I help students create clean presentation slides in 24 hours," or "I design attractive event flyers for small businesses around campus." It's straightforward, it's professional, and it's confident. You can literally take this framework, fill in the blanks with your specific skill, and use it today to confidently lock in your very first client. Finally, let's dive into step 5, earning beyond your campus. We're talking about the online expansion.
Once you've built some real confidence locally, solved actual problems for your peers, and have some cold hard cash in your pocket, it's time to cast a wider net. Platforms like Fiverr, Upwork, LinkedIn, and local gig platforms offer a massive global marketplace. But listen carefully here. A lot of beginners give up entirely because they expect immediate miracles and overnight thousands in dollars. No way! You have to treat your first few weeks on these global platforms as your learning season. You are there to patiently build your profile, collect 5-star reviews, and persistently keep applying.
To actually stand out online, don't just create an empty ghost profile and wait for magic to happen. Add a clear professional photo. Write a simple, direct bio that tells clients exactly what value you bring to the table. Upload 3 to 5 sample projects that showcase your absolute best work, and start by applying for smaller, entry-level jobs where you can over-deliver and quickly build trust. But hey, listen closely. While you build this global presence, never ignore your offline opportunities. That lecturer who needs slides tomorrow morning, or that business just outside the campus gate needing flyers, represents immediate cash. Your very first 5,000 rupees is still most likely going to come from someone who already knows you.
As we wrap up this explainer, I have a direct challenge for you. Look down at the phone in your hand right now. It can either be a toy or it can be a cash register. Think about that one skill you want to focus on and ask yourself this specific question. What one problem are you going to solve for your campus today? Don't wait for graduation, don't wait for tomorrow, and please don't wait until your account hits 0 again. The opportunity to earn smart and build your financial confidence is entirely yours to take right now. So, what's your first move going to be?
Welcome to the quiz section, Fastest Finger Edition.
Please like, share, and subscribe to Master Sense by Faraday. And turn on notifications so you don't miss new and upcoming videos.
Welcome to today's Explainer. Look, we're tackling the ultimate student dilemma today. You're on campus, and you definitely need money to survive, right? I mean, a diet of pure instant noodles gets old really fast. But at the same time, you absolutely need to graduate even more. So how do you actually balance the two without dropping the ball? Well, today, we're looking at a reality-checked guide for building a profitable side hustle right from your hostel desk, all without sacrificing your GPA. Let's figure out how to turn these strategies into a rock-solid action plan.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, we're going to pick your perfect hustle. Then we'll talk about protecting your grades first. After that, we'll look at how to play smart and avoid traps, break down this awesome concept of proof before popularity, scale up from campus to big business, and finally, we'll wrap up with a 30-day launch challenge.
Okay, let's dive into this. Part 1, pick your perfect hustle. Picture this. You're balancing your books, a laptop, and just a few basic supplies right there at your hostel desk. The beautiful thing here is that you absolutely do not need massive capital, a rented office space, or some crazy bank loan to get started. Actually, the best student businesses start exactly like this. It's all about utilizing the tools you already have to solve problems for the people immediately around you.
So, what can you actually do? Well, there are plenty of accessible, low-barrier options out there right now. You could dive into content writing, graphic design for campus events, or even short-form video editing for TikTok and Instagram. If you're a super organized person, academic support services or online tutoring for WASAC or JAM candidates are fantastic options. Or, you could manage social media for local vendors, run a campus delivery service, or sell digital products like study planners. But here's the secret. Do not try to do all of these. Seriously, just choose one. Pick one hustle that matches your existing strengths, the time you actually have, and the tools you currently own, because focus builds competence, but confusion kills progress.
Moving right along to Section 2. Protect your grades first.
Listen, a successful student entrepreneur operates on balance. It's not about grinding 24/7. It's about building a highly structured routine where your lectures come first, your assignments come next, and your reading time is fiercely protected. Your hustle hours should be strictly scheduled around those non-negotiables. And most importantly, rest has to be included, especially when you have one of those 8 a.m. classes the next morning that you are already dreading. Look, if your side hustle is making you miss classes or submit poor assignments, it's not a business anymore. It's literally stealing your future.
There's a massive difference between being busy and being productive. The busy student, they accept every single cheap gig, work through the night, and sacrifice their exam prep just for a quick payout. But the productive student sets really clear boundaries. They use their lecture-free periods and weekends wisely, and they treat their degree as their absolute primary investment. You want to be the productive student, not just the busy one, right?
All right, Section 3, play smart, avoid traps.
You really need to shine your eye out there. There are some huge warning signs to watch out for, like burnout, shady agreements, and losing sleep. If someone on campus comes up and promises you quick money with no skill required, no real effort, and no clear product, you need to be incredibly careful. You absolutely must avoid Ponzi schemes, fake investment groups, or illegal betting. Money made without integrity disappears fast, but a damaged reputation on campus, that can follow you for years.
So, before taking on any gig, ask yourself this ultimate acid test. Can I explain this hustle clearly to my parents, my lecturer, or my mentor without feeling ashamed? If the answer is no, walk away immediately. It is simply not worth the risk to your good name.
Another major trap is underpricing yourself out of fear. So let's look at the SMART pricing formula. Your price must equal the cost of your materials or data, plus the time you spent, the value of your skill, and a small profit margin. Let's say someone offers you a 5,000 Naira job. If that job takes you 5 hours and completely drains your mobile data, pricing yourself that cheap isn't doing them a favor. It's just a punishment to you. Start affordable for sure, but as your skills improve, your prices absolutely must improve too.
Now for Section 4, proof before popularity. Let's define what we mean here. Proof before popularity is the rule of collecting hard evidence, things like customer feedback, work samples, and testimonials that proves you can deliver rather than sitting around waiting until you have thousands of followers before taking your hustle seriously. When you're just starting out, reliability is far more important than viral visibility. Think about it. People don't buy because you're famous, they buy because they trust you.
And turning strangers into buyers all comes down to solid proof. It's about proudly showing off your portfolio, sharing chats with happy clients, and posting those before and after samples.
This builds instant trust by showing potential customers that someone else has already trusted you and gotten great results.
So how do you actually do this practically? Well, it's a super simple life cycle. First, deliver neatly, even on the most modest campus jobs. Second, politely ask for feedback. Third, save those positive messages or before and after screenshots. And finally, with their permission, post them consistently on your WhatsApp status, your LinkedIn, or in campus groups. This is exactly how you ethically build a rock-solid brand reputation and secure much bigger referrals down the line.
Which brings us to Section 5, From Campus to Big Business.
Now, these stories aren't meant to pressure you, but to inspire you. Did you know Jobberman was actually born during a 2009 ASU strike by students at OAU trying to connect job seekers? Or that Printivo's co-founder started out just doing printing and design jobs as a student at Lautech? College Scout was founded by a 22-year-old trying to solve admission confusion. And Any Cakes? That grew straight from a final-year student's baking hustle at Unilag. All of these massive, well-known brands started exactly where you might be right now, in a hostel solving an everyday campus problem.
So the crucial point here is this: do not despise small beginnings. Treat those small campus jobs, even that little 2,000 naira gig, like foundational training for something much, much bigger. Your own daily frustrations on campus or the complaints of your hostel mates can so easily become your most profitable business idea.
And finally, Section 6, the 30-day launch challenge. Let's move to this and see how this builds, because here is your chronological roadmap. Days 1 to 3, just choose one skill. Days 4 to 10, watch tutorials and create 3 solid sample works. Don't sell anything yet, just create. Days 11 to 17, post your samples and offers on WhatsApp and campus groups and decide on your simple price. Finally, days 18 to 30, be proactive. Pitch to 20 potential customers, student groups, or classmates. Deliver the work carefully, get those testimonials, and review what worked. That is exactly what you need to do for the next month.
I want you to remember this. Your student years are not a waiting room. If you learn to solve problems now, money will start recognizing your name before your certificate even arrives. You literally don't have to wait for graduation, NYSC, or a perfect economy. So focused learners, looking at that 30-day challenge, what will your day one move be? Go start building.
Welcome to the quiz section, Fastest Finger Edition.
Please like, share, and subscribe to Master Sense by Faraday, and turn on notifications so you don't miss new and upcoming videos. Drop a comment below and tell us what you'd like to see next.